Can we foresee a future where peace prevails in the Middle East, or are we on the edge of a catastrophic nuclear event? A question that's been echoing around the world, especially in light of recent tensions and violent clashes in this historically complex region. From the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine to the alarming involvement of groups like Hezbollah and the inflamed rhetoric of leaders worldwide, the landscape seems to be a tinderbox, waiting for a spark. But as we delve deeper into this discussion, remember the future is not set in stone. To understand the future, we must first understand the past and the present. The Middle East has always been a region of historical importance, but in recent times it has become a hotbed for conflict and strife. The escalating tensions between Israel and Hezbollah are a stark reminder of this. Hezbollah, operating out of southern Lebanon, has launched multiple attacks against Israeli targets, contributing to an atmosphere of unease and uncertainty. Adding fuel to the fire are the inflammatory remarks made by Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Accusing Israel of being a terror state and its leaders of being war criminals, he further alleged that Israel is threatening people with atomic bombs. Such statements not only heighten tensions but also complicate diplomatic efforts to de-escalate the situation. Meanwhile, the ongoing violence between Israel and Hamas continues to claim lives and devastate communities. Despite Hamas being recognized as a terrorist organization, it has managed to garner widespread support, even from unexpected quarters. The Israeli Defense Forces' capture of Hamas governmental sites in Gaza City and the recovery of weapons stored in the largest hospital in Gaza underscore the complexity and volatility of this conflict. Amidst these tumultuous events, Russia has positioned itself as a potential mediator. While this might seem like a beacon of hope, it's important to scrutinize Russia's strategic interests in the conflict. Some analysts warn that Russia's motives may not be genuine, suggesting that prolonging the conflict could serve its strategic goals, such as diverting attention and resources from Ukraine and benefiting from potential increases in oil prices. Russia has cultivated friendly relations with both Israel and Palestine, allowing it to have influence over both sides of the conflict. However, Russia's attempts to play the peace broker role may be seen as insincere and part of a ploy to blame the US for the crisis. There are even signs that Russia's attempt to appear neutral is faltering, as it refrains from blaming Hamas and avoids criticizing Iran. These events provide a backdrop to the current state of affairs in the Middle East. Every action has an impact, and every conflict has potential outcomes. Let's delve into the possible impacts of the ongoing conflicts in the Middle East. The continuation of violence can lead to a multitude of outcomes, some more dire than others. The most extreme among them is the potential for a nuclear event. Accusations have been made that Israel is threatening people with atomic bombs. This is a grave concern, as the use of nuclear weapons could lead to unimaginable destruction and loss of life on a massive scale. But let's not forget the impact on the daily lives of the people caught in these conflicts. The constant state of war disrupts their everyday lives, from the fear of being caught in a crossfire to the struggle of living in a war-torn environment. On a global scale, the unrest can have significant implications. The Middle East is a major oil-producing region, and instability there could lead to fluctuations in oil prices. This could have a ripple effect on the global economy, affecting everything from the cost of travel to the price of goods and services. The continuation of violence could also lead to a prolonged war. This isn't just a concern for the Middle East, but for the world. A prolonged war could draw in more countries, potentially leading to a much larger conflict. Yet amidst the chaos and violence, there is always the hope for peace. The potential for diplomatic efforts and mediation cannot be overlooked. Countries like Russia have positioned themselves as potential mediators. If successful, these efforts could not only bring about an end to the violence, but could also shape the pace and outcome of discussions, leading to a more peaceful Middle East. The outcomes are uncertain, but one thing is clear: the path we choose will define the future of peace in the Middle East. As we reflect on the complexities of the Middle East conflict, it's clear that there's no easy solution. We've explored the recent events, including escalating tensions between Israel and Hamas, Russia's strategic positioning, and the ongoing struggles of Middle East migrants. These events are not isolated incidents, but rather pieces of a larger puzzle that shape the future of this region. We've also delved into the potential impacts and possible outcomes of this conflict. From the possibility of Russia prolonging the war for its own gain, to the potential for a peaceful resolution, each scenario carries its own set of consequences. And let's not forget the human cost, as seen in the hardships endured by those brave migrants. But understanding these issues goes beyond just keeping ourselves informed. It's about equipping ourselves to make informed decisions and opinions. It's about recognizing that our actions, no matter how small, can contribute to the larger narrative. So, as we navigate these turbulent times, remember this: whether we face a peaceful future or a nuclear crisis, the choice lies in our hands. It's a choice that demands our attention, our understanding, and our collective action.